ask almost anyone their top financial dreams, and we'd guess that owning a home is one of the most popular answers. And while daydreaming of the perfect house, garden, and neighborhood is appealing, the first thing you should really be thinking about is how much home you can actually afford. Knowing if you can afford a specific mortgage payment and all the additional costs that come with owning a home is essential. So before you begin house hunting and daydreaming, use the 30-30-3 rule to figure out how much house you can afford. Now, this rule isn't to disappoint you or dash your dreams if you realize your dream home may be out of reach for your current financial situation. Instead, this rule is to help decrease or eliminate the potential financial stress of owning a home. With that said, welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here and you appreciate this type of information, please consider liking and subscribing. Now, let's jump into the video to discover the rules you should look at to give yourself the best shot at a stress-free home owning experience. Why should you care about this rule? For most people, buying a home will be their biggest investment ever, so you want to always be cautious not to strain your finances. The 30-30-3 rule can be broken down into 3 core parts. The goal is to stick to all 3 parts when buying a home, but we understand that this is a best-case scenario. Regardless, it's highly suggested that you try to adhere to at least one of the parts to put yourself in the best position to afford your new home. So let's look at the 3 parts. Rule number 1. Spend no more than 30% of your gross income on a monthly mortgage payment. It's suggested that your monthly mortgage payment not cost more than 30% of your gross income. This figure should also include home insurance and property taxes. They are an essential part of home expenses that cannot be avoided. Remember, your gross income is the money that you make before taxes are taken out and includes all income sources. Though lenders would like you to be near to 28% of your gross income, they will typically loan up to 30%, and with the high cost of housing currently, many families find themselves at that upper limit. It's tempting to purchase at the very upper limit because of the historically low interest rates. Even with interest rates going up recently, they're still at historically low values. Additionally, banks tend to be fairly generous with how much house you can afford based on the way they run their numbers, so be careful of the suggestions coming from the lender. After looking at your income, debts, assets, and other liabilities, most lenders won't give you a loan with payments that are much more than this 30% mark. But their numbers don't take into consideration your personal life, so be cautious. Don't forget, you must be able to take care of your basic needs with the rest of the money, as well as set aside a cushion for new expenses that come with owning a home, such as needing to replace appliances, broken pipes, or termite and insect control. It's always suggested to stay more affordable because it offers you flexibility when life happens. It's far safer to spend less of your money on your home to be able to put it aside into an emergency fund. Rule number 2. Have 30% of the home value saved up in cash or semi-liquid assets. Let's be honest, depending on where you live, it can be incredibly difficult to have 30% of current home values saved up. With the constant rise in real estate and the almost meteoric rise of student loan debt, many people find it near impossible to save 5%, much less 30% of a home's value. But let's talk about why this is suggested. The 30% saved in cash or semi-liquid assets is to help with 2 things. A down payment of 20% is typically required to avoid PMI insurance and obtain the best mortgage rate. And the remainder 10% is for cash cushion in the event you need to do some immediate repairs or purchases when you get into the home. 20 to 30% saved may seem even excessive when considering that there are many programs that allow for a lower down payment, such as first-time homebuyer or VA loan programs. But a cash cushion will always help, especially during times of uncertainty. Rule number 3. The price of your home should be no more than 3x your annual gross income. The purchase price is a critical factor in determining whether or not a home is financially feasible based on monthly income and expenses. Though this rule is just a suggestion, it helps tie the price of the house to your income more directly. With mortgage rates relatively low, many people can probably afford a much higher priced home if just looking at rule number 1. Rule number 3 is a quick way for home buyers to find houses in a price range that they can afford. The rule also takes down payment percentages into account and stops people from stretching too far even if they have a sizable down payment. By the design of the rule, if you earn $100,000 each year, you can afford a home worth up to $300,000 comfortably. Housing has become more affordable as a result of the continued decline in mortgage rates. These lower rates, coupled with a good credit score and low debt to income ratio, could have you tempted to take out the maximum loan for which you qualify, but it's important to consider the costs. A larger loan not only means more debt, but typically higher property taxes and maintenance costs. We all want to live in our dream homes, and we want to live our best lives right now. What's the point of working so hard if not to enjoy life to the fullest? Even so, before making one of the most significant purchases of your life, at least look into the 30-30-3 rule for buying a home. Though it may feel restricting, especially if you're trying to buy at a time when you are carrying some significant debts, adhering to the rule will help you invest in a financially responsible way. A house can be an excellent investment. It not only provides shelter, but it may also be rented out, and its worth may potentially rise significantly over time. Even though there are many good reasons to invest in real estate, don't spend more than you can afford when you buy a home. The stress is not worth it. To put yourself in even better standing and to catapult yourself closer to financial independence, you could follow the FI home buying rule, which suggests that housing costs should not exceed 10% of your monthly gross income. As extreme and incredible as that might seem, remember that housing is typically the average person's highest expense, so if you can decrease it substantially, it frees up your money to be invested elsewhere. That's it for today's video. If you're currently on the hunt for a new home, we hope this information helped. If you found this video interesting, leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Please like and consider subscribing so you never miss out on new content. Thanks for watching. Until next time.